Hi everyone, this is my medium contrast makeup routine. If you don't know what medium contrast means, it basically means that there's kind of a balance between contrast in your features. Someone who's high contrast would be like these celebrities. Someone who's a low contrast would be like these celebrities. As you can see, they either have a big difference between their colors of the features or not much of a difference at all. And I feel like anytime I look up a makeup tutorial, it's either for high contrast or low contrast, and I can never find any for medium contrast. I have bangs, so I always put my hair back, and my first step is sunscreen. I'm using the Super Goop Play sunscreen. I would match your products based on either if they have more silicone or water so that they blend smoothly. I also like to add moisturizer. I'm going to use the Innisfree cream gel. This is like the cherry blossom one. I always like to start off my makeup by doing eyebrows first, because I feel like if anything is done, I'd hope it to be my eyebrows. Like if I need to leave right now, at least my eyebrows can be done. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills products. This is like a pomade. This is a gel, and you can use any thin angle brush, it really doesn't matter. In the pomade, I'm taking the darker color, and I do a small amount in the front, and then I know that looks really heavy, but I'm gonna blend it. I don't really add any right here in this like front to middle section, except for below the eyebrow. So I add more to the arch, and I try to make the arch a little bit like further away than it actually is. And I also add some to the end. One hack I have for you guys is that if you have one eyebrow that's a bit lower than the other like I do, I don't touch the top of this eyebrow, and I just add like a tiny bit to the top of this one. And I feel like it balances it a bit more, makes it look more symmetrical. This gel thing, and I just like brush through it, and I make sure that they're kind of facing upwards instead of all over the place. When it comes to medium contrast features, you kind of want to have a balance between wearing makeup and like not wearing too much, because on medium contrast face, too natural of makeup can kind of be like, you can't really see it that much, I feel like. But also too heavy of makeup can just look kind of strong, and it doesn't really like it doesn't look cohesive. So basically the whole point of following, you know, whether you're light, medium, or high contrast is to make everything just look like it belongs together. And that's like my whole point of this video. So for my eye makeup, I'm using, it says ROM and ND. Just use any brown that you have. So I start with like the medium brown. It's like pretty light, it's actually not medium. And I'll do like pretty much around almost the whole eyelid, but not really in the inner corner. And I also like take it up a little bit. It looks kind of patchy right now, but I'm gonna fix that. And then I take the darker one and I put it basically like on this corner and kind of lift it up. Like if you were to really mess up on eyeliner, this is how it would look. But it doesn't look bad. And it is pretty subtle, especially like after I put mascara on. It's not a crazy amount of eyeshadow. And I also like to do glitter in the middle, in the inner corner. Okay. I'm gonna take the same like lightish brown. I'm taking the dark one again and I'm doing the same thing by just putting it just on the outer corner. And don't forget the glitter. Honestly, glitter is very optional, but I just really like it, so okay. I'm using this brown eyeliner from Sephora, and one thing I found with medium contrast makeup is that stick to a color you naturally have. So like I don't really go that much darker than my hair. I guess it is darker but not that much darker than my hair, so you could do the same thing for you, or if you want to even match it to like your eyebrows or your skin, whatever it is. I just start like on the lid kind of and then go out and then take it from there. I try the best I can to follow the shape of my eye, because makeup is all about enhancing and not covering. So and I like to do a little bit of a wing too. I don't really touch the inner part. And I'll do the other side. The specific eyeliner I'm using is from the Sephora collection. This is like colorful retractable pen. I'm not going to mention some of the products just because I feel like, I don't know, they're not that special. I feel like you can do it with almost anything. So I'm now going to go in with a brown mascara. I use the Milani Lash Extensions XL. I don't know if you can even see it. And it's a tubing mascara. I really like tubing mascara just because it's so easy to take off and so convenient. And I know I said I was going to mention products, but this is really good. Okay, this mascara, so good. Before we go into mascara, we must curl our lashes, and I curl a lot. My secret to getting really good mascara is just applying very thin layers. So I put on one layer of Milani tubing mascara. The regular one is really good too, but I feel like the Milani XL lash extension, I feel like it has more volume. And I don't know what's up with my bangs today. For medium contrast makeup, I'd recommend products that have a more diluted tone, if that makes sense. So like my eyeliner, instead of using a felt tip, it's more of like a pencil type, waxy type thing. It is waterproof, so you can still get waterproof if obviously you want it to like last a long time. I let the first layer of mascara dry for like 2 minutes or so, and then I curl it again. Yeah, curl with mascara. The only reason you can't curl with mascara because it takes your lashes off is because you don't clean it or you don't replace the rubber part. You can absolutely curl your lashes with mascara. It's never ripped my lashes out. Okay, now we go in with another coat. I was like letting the brush like dry a little. I do like doing bottom mascara too, but I only do one coat of bottom mascara. You don't have to do bottom mascara. I don't know. I feel incomplete without it. After my second coat of mascara, I also curl it again and then make sure it's like at least a little bit dry. If it's too wet, then it might kind of smudge your mascara a little bit. So when eyes are done, I use my concealers. This is from LA Girl, like I was talking about. Some of the products like I don't even need to mention because they're like not that special. It's not coming out. And so for concealer placement, I focus on like the end of my eye bag and then down. I put some on my nose too because I feel like my nose gets kind of like red, I guess. I don't know. And also on my acne, I don't use foundation because I don't really have a reason. I don't know. I don't use it. And then I blend this. And after I do like the first round of concealer, my second round is literally just right here. And also on acne again, so that I can kind of blend it. And with acne, what I kind of like to do is blend around it, but then like the center of the acne, I just kind of leave the concealer there so there's like no redness. So for my kind of base makeup, I don't know if that's the right thing, I use these Essence sticks. I actually really recommend these. I really like them. They're not expensive at all. I think each one was like $3 or $4. This is my contour one, and this is my blush one. I really like them because they're easy to put on, and I feel like they last a good amount. So for contour, I like to put like right here. I feel like it kind of lifts my eyes. And then I follow my cheekbone shape and I go a tiny bit above that too. So like follow, and then I put some above just because I like it. And then also I get the chin, like jawline area, and under as well. And I'm blending that with this really thick brush. Oh, and I really like contour, but one thing with medium contrast is make sure to not put a contour that is overly orange, or at least it just doesn't match your undertone. Because like for me, I think I have a pinkish undertone, so if I put a lot of like an orange contour, the one I'm using is a bit more cool toned. If I put a lot of orange contour, it's just not gonna make sense on my face. And then for blush, I literally just like to put it like right above the contour. And also on my nose. And I'm using this Wet n Wild brush. I don't know if it's a blush brush. As long as you have a brush, you can even blend this with your hands. Honestly, sometimes like I usually bring the blush stick, and I just apply more throughout the day sometimes because I don't know, I hate when my blush fades and I don't have a good setting spray. I kind of do it everywhere because, not everywhere, but like this whole section kind of, except for here, and I feel like it's kind of like a sun-kissed look almost. So I also do nose contour. I'm taking the light brown from earlier, and I basically just do like 2 lines that are kind of gonna go diagonal. And then I put some like on the tip to make it look more buttonish. And then also on the sides too. And here to give it more structure. I also contour like my philtrum area. And the upper lip. I feel like contouring the upper lip makes it easier to apply lip products. And I like to let the nose contour sit for a little bit. So you're like, are you gonna blend that? Yes. And glitter, of course. So for my lips, I'm using a Sephora lip tint felt, and I literally use just a tiny bit. This is my thing, so like I put a tiny bit of this. I don't love the color, but what I do like about it is that it stains the lip. So I literally have to blend it so fast. Like as I'm talking, I don't have time to apply it and then explain. I like doing that, and you're probably like, oh, it's not that much difference. It's not. But I like it because if all lip products come off, that is still there. A lip liner. This is, I think, Line Leader, Maybelline. And I I like to use the same color on my cheek and lips because I feel like it's very cohesive and looks the same. And I finished it with a Rhode lip gloss. I literally just bought this. Why is this so good? Like, I thought you guys were playing. The point of letting it sit, I feel like it kind of lasts longer. If I don't let it sit, I feel like it kind of fades really fast. So we're done. Give you a